Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome to the start of this playthrough of Resident Evil Village, aka Resident Evil 8. This is a game that I'm pretty excited to play, especially since I had to wait a couple days after release before I actually had a functioning computer with which to play it. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to get a 30 series graphics card because those are even harder to find than PS5 still. Kinda hoping they'd be back in some kind of supply by this point, but they aren't, so we're probably going to have a little bit of trouble in certain spots of this game with frame rate, but it looks like, aside from ray tracing, there isn't too much that should be too demanding, and I don't have it set up to like super max settings or anything, so we should do alright. Now, there is a recap movie of Resident Evil 7, so I remember what happened, but if any of you folks don't remember, or you just need a refresher, let's go through it. I think it's only going to be a minute or two. What did Ethan and Mia get up to in Louisiana?
Where to start? My name? It's Ethan. Ethan Winters. It's been 3 years since everything happened at the Baker house. I was looking for my wife, who disappeared. I got an email from her. She told me to come get her. And of course, that's how I ended up in the middle of nowhere, Louisiana.
How did Mia send that email? There doesn't seem to be any computers in the Baker house.
I found Mia being held captive in a dark basement. She wasn't thinking right.
And then she cut my arm off with a chainsaw.
She attacked me like some kind of wild animal. Later on, I found out that she was infected by a special kind of mold.
But not really mold. We just called it that out of convenience.
Find an antidote, a vaccine, anything. The people who lived there were already infected.
They tried to welcome me to the family.
What was left of them wasn't human. The source of the infection was a bioweapon that looked like a little girl. Her name was Evelyn. I fought the fucked up family and was able to treat Mia's symptoms with a serum. Then Chris Redfield and his soldier buddies showed up and saved the both of us. Is that enough? I really don't want to talk about what happened anymore.
It's like Ethan's debriefing.
It's all over now.
So, does he just not blame Mia for working for the evil corporation that made the mold in the first place? Because it kind of sounds like he doesn't place any blame on her for that. Anyway, let's get in here for a new game. We're going to play on hardcore. This is probably going to be a mistake, but that's how I played through 7, and that didn't go too badly. I just have to remember to use block a lot more, because that was one of my big problems in 7, is that I didn't block enough. Okay, we're going to get this little animated cutscene, I guess.
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work.
They showed like a mini version of
But
this
the
as
forest
a
greeted them with
pre-release
dark,
trailer.
Cold silence, the bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free from Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine and under branch, and into the forest deep.
Mother didn't
Feeling
care enough to
strange
go after
eyes
her, though.
upon her, the girl recalled Mother's scary bedtime tales, and her throat became bone dry. Then the Bat Lord appeared. He greeted her warmly and bit his own wing. Come, child, quench your thirst.
Drink of my ooze.
So she drank the thick, dark blood and smiled with joy. Passing through the graveyard, menacing storm clouds loomed, and the air turned bitingly cold. The girl was shivering in her thin clothes. Then a dark weaver appeared, and with a click of his fingers, crafted mist into a beautiful
You can't
dress.
fool me, that's just a
Come,
skinny Dark Lord
child,
Nito.
Warm yourself, he coaxed. So she clothed herself and smiled with joy. Across waters deep and ominous she went, hoping a boat she found would carry her home. But hunger's grip tightened and her heart grew heavy.
I'm pretty sure this thing is a
Then the
boss.
Fish King appeared and offered one of his many fins.
Because he's on the
Come,
map for the
child,
game.
Eat your fill. So the girl ate and smiled with joy once more. Continuing on, she soon entered the forest's dark heart. Then an iron steed appeared, bearing a beautiful golden gear. The creature said nothing as the girl approached and snatched what she thought was another gift. The horse grew angry and summoned
The girl
the
had gotten
monsters.
greedy by this point. So is this actually just like 4 big
Filled
bosses?
the girl's heart as the wild wind rose around the beasts. Suddenly, a witch appeared, dark yet regal.
And of course, the tall lady boss. The girl asked the witch to step on her.
Gifts we gave, but more you took, she snarled. So more in turn is due. In a blink, the girl was trapped inside a mirror.
She really doesn't look like her
She's asleep.
Resident Evil 7 appearance. It's like they changed her face a
What
little
is
bit.
with the creepy story? She's only 6 months old.
Woman at the store said it was traditional. A local tale. Besides, Rose doesn't seem to mind.
Because she doesn't understand it. Thank God.
Come on, Ethan, this is
moved her so
Europe.
that she wouldn't have to deal with any of that, remember?
All of the
There's nothing
failure
wrong with
tales
your
are dark.
memory. You're just being paranoid.
It's not... Never mind. I'm sorry. But I'm not paranoid. I'm just cautious.
Then, go cautiously take your daughter to bed. I'll finish dinner.
Okay, so it says
Hey, Rose. Your mother doesn't want to remember it. I can't blame her.
it says skip/photo mode, so I wonder, does it skip if I hold
say
and photo
something?
mode if I don't?
Nothing. I'll put her down.
I don't really want to like skip a cutscene just to test that out. But we do have a regular photo mode here, which I'm sure we're gonna get some use out of. Oop. I kind of hate when these photo modes don't have like a free camera move around though. Like I can look around, but I can't actually move the camera away from where I'm standing. Or can I? No, it doesn't look like I can just detach it from my position, which is a shame. That's how you get the best photos. Hey, look at this HD baby. Unmarred, smooth baby skin.
Mom got you another new book?
God, Mom just keeps trying to get you to read. Reading's for nerds. And I say that as a software engineer. Is he
Once you're a big girl, we'll have a drink together. all
still
right?
a software engineer? Oh, you can move it around if you want. Seems hard to kind of get it to straight. I'm trying to get it like back to a flat position. I'm not sure I can do that. Oh, there we go.
Oh, Mia. What a miracle.
A miracle. This is us. You notice that all of these photos apparently are going to have
Years ago,
Ethan's face
I
blocked,
couldn't
just
even
like in the
imagine
first
something
game.
like this would happen.
They really don't want you to see his face in game for whatever reason, even though he does have a face in a little bit of the concept art type stuff.
Our taste in music's definitely improved over the years.
You mean mine has?
Miss D and the Paul Boys? Is that like Dimistricu? How do you even say her name? Everyone's writing about the tall lady, but nobody says how to say her name.
You hungry? No? Maybe later then.
She'll definitely be hungry later.
Don't get too close to me when I'm cooking, babe.
You know how I get when I'm cooking, babe. Just taking Rose on a tour of the house before we actually settle in for the night.
Mia makes everything by hand, so this stuff keeps piling up.
Oh, okay. So I was like, if it's all made by hand, then why does it all have a brand label? But he means that she's not using it, so he just keeps buying more? Rose's food, February. Rice cereal, banana puree, sweet potato puree, boiled spinach and cream. Ethan, don't give her any sugar or honey, and no mushrooms. Oh. She's got mushrooms in the blood already. Rose's half-birthday.
Her birthday will be here before we know it.
They grow up fast. Let's just enjoy it while we can.
Okay. We get some auto-opening doors. Did 7 have that? I can't remember now. I haven't really played 7 since, like, the DLC came out. Rose's diapers. She started to outgrow them.
Hurry up and put Rose to sleep, will you?
Ethan, hurry up and start the game. Took forever to pick these wipes. Why? Is that Pippa Pog? This is like a really big and well-furnished house, considering these two are like on the run, sort of. Like they left everything behind to move to Europe to get away.
Hey! Keep it down.
Just making sure it's locked.
Stop opening the door so loudly. Also, where's the other door handle? Like, double doors like this, you always have a handle on both doors, but I guess this door just doesn't open.
Once things warm up, we can go for a walk.
This is all just like stock photos. They didn't actually pick out the art for their house, they just kind of bought a bunch of frames that came with photos already in them.
There. It's like I said to your mom. That book's too scary for you.
Mia's medication. She's been on a strict regimen ever since the incident. Yeah, so I guess she's got some after effects from being full of mold bacteria. It's a weird thing because it's not actually mold, but it's not really bacteria either based on its effects.
Your mama and I love this song so much.
We call this the wedding song. It's got about 5 notes.
Almost there, honey.
Well, we can't take her to bed just yet. We had to finish looking around.
Gotta do a deep clean before Rose starts walking around.
A historical look into the architecture of Eastern European castles and keeps by George Trevor, the designer of the Spencer Mansion, and a bunch of other shit. Like the ship from Revelations, or I guess all of the ships from Revelations. 7 had some cheeky back references like that too. Curtain closes on the Delvey gas incident. The committee completed their investigation on the 18th into the Delvey toxic gas leak in Louisiana in 2017. They concluded the deaths were caused by a leak of natural gas that had built up in the mud rock under the area. Jack Baker and his family, who were exposed to the gas, perished. Ethan Winters and his wife were also believed to have been nearby, but their current whereabouts are unknown. The entire area has been closed off by officials who believe it will be at least 10 years before the area is habitable again. So that's how they explained building a giant wall around the perimeter?
Everyone's
Also,
forgotten about this already.
that seems kind of weird for them to cover that up when this is a world where bioterrorism incidents have become like a normal thing. Like, all the stuff in RE6 happened before 7, and, you know, wasn't covered up. So it's weird that they would cover up that incident.
Why do I even keep this around? I should get rid of it someday.
Are those going to be a new collectible? Because that one doesn't look like the old ones. I just noticed that Ethan has no reflection. Everything else has a reflection, but no Ethan. Nothing in the wardrobe. Insert baby into bed.
There you go, sweetheart. Don't you worry. I'll be right downstairs. Daddy won't let those weird fairy tale monsters get you.
I just want to hit P there because it was about to end just to figure this out. So yeah, it looks like you can pull up photo mode even during cutscenes, which typically you can't do in a lot of games. It'll just be like blocked. It looks like you can do it here, so that might come in handy. Then again, I usually clip out bits of cutscenes anyway for my thumbnails, but I guess I won't have to do that here. February 6, 2021. Mia and I had another fight. I accidentally mentioned what happened 3 years ago when she blew up at me. We finally settled down in our new life in Europe, just Europe, no specific country, and can bring Rose up properly. But I still feel like a part of me is trapped in that hellhole back in Louisiana. I know Mia doesn't like to talk about it, but can we really just forget everything and pretend it didn't happen? Shouldn't we face what happened there so we can live our lives with Rose without it hanging over our heads? We owe her that much at least. I know Mia knows this too. She wouldn't have exploded like that at the hospital if she didn't care. Name, Rosemary Winters. Date of birth, 02/08/2020. Screenings, hearing, vision, touch, reflex test, all results show no issues. Patient is in good health. Other notes, results for additional fungal pathogen tests will be provided by the BSAA. Just in case she's got any mold left in her.
Rose is fine.
Rose's favorite toy. And a bigger version of Rose's favorite toy. Gun Survivalist, a heavy firearms manual
it's not paranoia if they're really out to get you.
For field combat situations by Joseph Kendo, the surviving Kendo brother. Yep, there it is again. His face is covered. They want you to imagine that Ethan looks a lot like you.
I wish it could stay like this forever.
That's not foreshadowing at all. Alright, I guess we go check on Mia now. Have some dinner. This game looks good, but the RE engine has been pretty good at, good-looking games with pretty decent performance, no matter the system.
Is she okay?
Sleeping like a baby. That smells good. What's that?
Your spoon seems to be a little,
It's
little
chula
leaky.
de legume. It's a local recipe.
Wow, you've gone full native, haven't you?
Local wine, too. But if you're gonna keep sulking all evening, maybe you shouldn't have any. You really have to stop worrying.
Photo mode. Yeah, so I'm sure you guys know who've watched my LPs before where I have photo mode. We're going to be stopping to take photos. That's just how I do.
It's just finding you in Louisiana, the pregnancy, Chris moving us here, military training, it all happened so fast.
Military training?
At least we're all together. You, me, Rose. Now, everything's gonna
Seriously, think we can just forget about what happened?
I'm honestly
in
curious
Louisiana?
why they
It
gave him
happened
military
so
training.
long ago. I don't understand why you are so...
She seems pretty unbothered by just getting shot.
Get down!
She barely flinched.
Mia!
I guess she's still pretty resilient from the whole mold thing? I kind of just ate those bullets.
Oh, God. Chris? What the hell?
Sorry, Ethan.
No!
They changed his voice actor again.
Why?
I promise I won't do this too much, because normally I'll just cut these out of the cutscene myself instead of doing this, but, you know, while we've got it, I'm going to do this a little bit. Honestly, I'm more interested in using photo mode to get a good look at enemies when we first encounter them.
All clear. Rose? What the hell are you doing with my daughter?
Package secure, sir. Take him away.
I said get your hands off her!
Ethan, no.
Rose.
Get him out.
I'm sure there's going to be some dumb excuse later, be like, oh yeah, no, Chris was actually the good guy here, he was doing the right thing. You just didn't know it at the time. Working for Blue Umbrella.
Hey, Doc.
Hello, Mr. Winters. I've got your daughter's results back, and I'd like you to come in to talk about them. How about next Thursday, 4 o'clock?
No problem. We'll be there. That was the doc. She'll see us next week. Hey, now. Think positively, all right? We talked about this.
I know. We hardly talk about anything else. I keep telling you, it's not Rose that I'm worried about.
Well, then what are you worried about? Look, she's gonna be fine. I just know it. What else matters?
We matter, Ethan! You matter! You just
Mia, what are you talking about?
Mia, what's wrong with
Is there
me?
something you're not telling me? Come on, talk to me. Damn
Mia,
it.
did you secretly inject me with
I have
something?
to take this.
For your new bosses? So yeah, clearly he's still working then if he's getting calls from work.
Jesus.
Ugh, what did I do last night?
About damn time. What's your status? Is the package safe?
What are you talking about? Where's Chris Redfield? And Rose?
Who is this? This is a secure channel. You are not authorized.
Obviously, it's not a secure channel. It's a cell phone number.
Fuck. What the hell happened here?
Good question, Ethan. Let's find out together. Useless. Mission objectives: eliminate target, recover body, secure Rosemary Winters and Ethan Winters, move the two Winterses to the Site C for further investigation, at least 2 transport officers to accompany them. So, is this whole thing with them taking the kid and Ethan unrelated to the whole werewolf thing? I guess we'll find out, won't we? It just seems kind of funny. It's like, oh yeah, whoops, we drove through the werewolf village and they stole our packages. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just follow the trail in the snow. I hope you at least wore a jacket, Ethan. Honestly, like I complain about the shitty flashlight in Half-Life, but kind of digging this super short-range flashlight here. This is actually pretty close to what it feels like to walk through pitch black woods with just a crappy flashlight. You can just barely see ahead of you. Hello? Do not enter, but I must. It's my crouching tutorial. God damn it, Ethan. He's so injury prone. Looks like a deceased member of the Corvidae family. Probably a crow. Another dead crow. Another dead crow. Okay, we're going a little overboard on dead crows now. Oop. Somebody hung this crow. Or maybe this crow was the murderer and they could not take the weight of their deeds. You wanna free that one, Ethan? No? I mean, it might have come back later and helped us with a boss fight. Hey, it's that crow. Oh, good. Now it's foggy and snowy and dark. Sir? Sir, have you seen my wife? Or my daughter? I guess my wife's dead, but, you know. Last time I thought she was dead, she came back and stabbed me. Somebody's pogged all these fish. It's not a doghouse. What is this tiny little... It's like a rabbit hutch. Even that's kind of small for that. Ah, a house. Let's just climb in this window. No. Oh, there's a door over here. A door with blood. 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 Her blood. Blood. Ooh. Peek through someone's drawers. Just some more crow hanging rope. And a box of potatoes. There's a really, like, out-of-place clean toothbrush for this filthy sink. Brand new. Hygiene is important, even if cleanliness is not. Okay. Got some, like, nasal spray here. Someone's got a bout of allergies. Sinus congestion, maybe. Dulvey beer. Is that an import? Nothing to steal in here. Just a picture of someone's abuela. Well, guess we'll head into the spooky basement. Got a deer head. Oh. So, either that's a really big owl or a really small fox. Like, this is immediately back into Resident Evil 7 territory, climbing through the creepy basement. Shriveled banana. Kind of looks like a sausage. It's like a Beksinski painting here. I used to always say his name was Bakinski, but I'm pretty sure it's Beksinski. Polish artist. Louis, is that you? Oh. It's just Ratto. Well, good thing I came all the way down here, just for that. What in tarnation? Excuse me, if anyone's alive up there, have you seen my daughter? Crawl through the blood. It's actually a pretty good looking blood smear. Usually games do it way too thick. But if you just put your hand in some blood, it would be kind of thin like that.
What did all this?
Ow. It got bright real quick while we were in that basement. Just follow the trail of whatever did that, as if that's a good idea.
Where the hell am I?
This must be the village. So, looking around, yeah, it looks like I've seen the map for this game. It's just kind of a general map. It's not really very spoilery, but there's kind of like 4 major locations we'll have to go to later, and I'm guessing that's one of them there. Obviously, the castle is going to be one of them, and there might be another one we can see from here. I don't know. I don't really see anything else major in this direction. Oh, castle right there. It's just a little bit hidden by the trees. So yeah, I think this is actually a pretty good view of all the places. But first, the village itself. Funny that they just reused the Dulvey beer. They've really been all about reusing Resident Evil 7 assets in the RE engine. This horse is still steaming, so whatever tore through him must have done so recently.
Maybe they're out?
Half whole flower. Maybe they're out. You look around, there's just like big fucking smash marks in the walls. Yeah, maybe they just left it like this. Maybe they live in squalor and decay. That's just normal for them. An easy to pick lock. Okay, so lockpicks will be making a return. Guess we'll just have to remember that's there. I don't know if we're like in the game yet. We can block, so I guess we are. Couldn't do that earlier when we were walking around. I do like that the castle looms over the village. Like in Resident Evil 4, which also has a castle over a village, you can't really see the castle for much of the village section, aside from a few places where it's off in the distance. That's where we came from. Mysterious needles. Hello? Oh, those are dead chicks. I thought those were potatoes again. This needs some kind of other item. You can tell because it's covered in yellow tape, which they've used also as their RE engine marker for, hey, there's something here that you need to do. Okay, creepy shack with manacles. Nothing in there. I'm guessing we're gonna need to backtrack here later. Anything in the outhouse? Trash. Lots of trash. Now I wonder if you shoot the crows, do they drop ammo and money like they did in RE4? There is actually like a whole hunting thing in this, but I don't think we can do that until we meet the merchant, which might not be for a while. Do not enter, which says do not enter in English. And there's a lock, which is also tape. Are they seriously just gonna put that tape on like every single thing that I need to use something else on? Just so I'm very clear that the lock requires a key. Maybe they just went out. This right here looks like the typical sigil of a tree cult. So I'm wondering if the mold makes a return here. I feel like it does based on what I've seen. Yeah, there was a leak that showed off a little bit of stuff from later in the game. Pretty much just like 2 probably bosses, but they look kind of tree-y. There's also some info that's a little less reliable, where I guess this game originally started, their concept for this started as a Revelations 3. Because, you know, Revelations is basically the spin-off series of Resident Evil where they tell stories that are not that important to the overall canon. But then people liked that initial version of it so much that they made it into Resident Evil 8 instead, you know, a main numbered entry. But then they changed it from the original design, because there was an original design and then there's what they ended up with. And I guess there was a decent amount of change between that, but word was that Alex Wesker makes a return in this game. Not Albert Wesker, but Alex Wesker, the main antagonist of Revelations 2, which I still haven't LP'd that game. I'm not really looking forward to LPing that game, but I probably will do it this year, because I did not like Revelations 2 very much, and I don't understand why other people did. Graveyard, ceremony site, and workshop, and we came from the workshop, and the other 2 were blocked by this wagon that some asshole left in the road. Irresponsibly. So we'll just follow the ominous broadcast sound through this spooky village. Gotta say, there's a lot of just like clutter in the environment that makes it feel more lived in. Locked due to missing homeowner. Okay. This looks like we'll need a special key for it. Anything in there? Nope, that's just a stove, I guess. Some force could break it. Not with my hands or feet, though. It has to be some other object. Like this knife. Well, at least it's not a crappy folding knife like the one in 7. So we can block. Basically, you can either block and just hold it to reduce damage, or you can, like, perfectly time it. I don't know if you can still parry. You could in 7. But the timing was pretty finicky, so maybe we should just stick to blocking.
Did they just run out of the house?
They left this oily looking soup here. Who would do that? Another box of potatoes. Are these goat skulls? Pretty small. There's that grandma again. Ah! Okay, I just have to open the curtain. I can't just slash through it.
No! Friendly! Friendly!
Who are you? Who sent you?
How the fuck did you miss?
There was an accident down on the road and... What's going on?
Oh no. They're coming.
I wonder what could have gotten their attention.
What the hell was that?
Do you have a gun?
What?
Please tell me you have a gun.
No, why would I?
Boy, everyone around here has a gun.
Take it! Take it! Help out there.
Hey, are you listening?
Hey!
What the...
Didn't even have the decency to release his grip on the shotgun as he was dragged away.
Shit! Dead body?
He sounds more annoyed by that than like disgusted. Wait, there's more corpses here. That's okay. So, that guy just has a bunch of people stuffed under his floor? Did he kill them? Or do they all get dragged under here? Excuse me, sir. Oh, okay, he's dead too. Just wanted to make sure.
Jesus Christ. What the hell is wrong with this place?
Why do they have such nice skin? Like, it's dirty, but it's also very clean and smooth underneath that. There's clearly a werewolf right in front of me. Oh. Well, I didn't see that one coming. Man, Ethan can just not keep his left arm intact. It's pretty nasty.
What's that?
Alright, we got our first werewolf villager. Okay. I imagine he's gonna give me more trouble than your average ganado, even though he doesn't have a weapon. Headshots work pretty well on the mold, but doesn't seem to bother him very much. Alright, 2 bullets left. Hope that's enough. Nope. Alright, you and me, motherfucker. Nothing but a pot between us.
What the hell?
I was waiting for the chance to examine him, and it just says, "That's not a zombie." Okay, so they're pretty durable compared to a villager. Chem fluid, presumably still used for crafting ammo and health. An herb, used for crafting health, so... Crafting menu. Okay, so we have a separate menu here, which I think that was how 7 did it again, but I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I played 7. You know, I haven't played it since I did the DLC playthrough. Haven't gone back to it. So we're probably going to wrap up in a moment, because it's actually a decently long intro to this game. Hello? Bolt cutters. Gotta have that in every one of these RE Engine games as well. Really like reusing stuff they made for 7. I guess we can't go this way, which... Wait, is that where we got pulled through? We got thrown through this wall, but like, where did we come from the basement? Guess it must have been in there. And we're just gonna have this grimy-ass hand, like, he's not that bothered by it. Maybe the mold really did leave him resilient as well. There's a lot of arrows in the wall. I mean, it's still a pretty, like, grimy little village, but it definitely seems a bit more modern than the village in Resident Evil 4. Nothing hidden behind the hay. Now that we're actually in the game, I gotta look everywhere for items. Locked from the other side. Seems to be the building where the radio broadcast we were hearing is coming from. Hello? Is anyone in here? Nothing. Handgun ammo. Who's making a splort up there? Hello? It says I can barricade the door, but should I barricade the door? Falls into a body pit underneath the floor. Doesn't really spook him. Steps on a step and it breaks? Ugh. More chem fluid. More werewolf. Maybe now I should barricade the door. And hope that one of them doesn't have a chainsaw. There doesn't seem to be any other way out of this house, so I think we just have to fight him. Maybe spend less time aiming as well. Oh, shit. Need to reload. Yeah, they are tanky as fuck. Got him. You dropped some lay. Now you want some too? Yeah, that's right. You can back off, you wolfy motherfucker.
Is it over?
I didn't even remember you could do like a stab like this. I wonder if that's got longer range.
Hello. If there are any survivors out there, come to Louisa's house near the fields.
Survivors?
Alright. We fended off 2 werewolves and used like 30 bullets. Nothing up here. No, okay, so I think we just need to go out. I think we're going to end it here because we're about 40 minutes in, and I don't want this to be too long. So next time, we might get a better idea what's going on in this village, I guess, from Louisa. But until then, thank you for joining me for this start for Resident Evil Village, and I hope I'll see you again soon. Till then, take care, everyone.